Jai and Pranam. My name is Megha Doshi, and this is the 7 in the 8 series videos we have prepared for Paryushan in coordination with YJA. With Dev, Guru, Dharmakrupa, I am hoping that you all are in great shata. In today's video, we will talk about Kshamapna, the fourth kartavya of Paryushan. What is Kshamapna? Kshamapna means forgiveness, and in both ways. By that I mean seeking forgiveness as well as giving forgiveness. To ask for forgiveness from all beings we may have knowingly or unknowingly harmed, and to accept forgiveness from someone who may have harmed or hurt us. Taking a high road and performing the act of forgiveness is perhaps difficult, but very important and extremely beneficial. We sometimes measure the act of forgiveness as hearing the word sorry that a person who has wronged us must proclaim. However, it should be more profound and internal. We should accept forgiveness whether or not the other person asks of us in words. Forgiveness challenges us to let our anger subside and allow us to take high roads. Many may have heard of the Ayurvedic medicine Triphala. Triphala is a polyherbal medicine, meaning it consists of 3 different medicinal herbs that treats several ailments and promotes longevity and overall health. Similarly, Kshamapna is one of the herbs that treats our soul by washing away our karmas and purifying it. The reason I say it as one of the several herbs is because it gets rid of one of the 4 kashayas, that is krodh or anger, but indirectly helps us rid other kashayas as well, which are Man, Maya and Lobh. Why Kshamapna is important? Jain scriptures states that for a human being, the maximum time limit to seek forgiveness is a year or 360 days. In case one fails to forgive within this time span and continues harboring negative feelings, then these feelings become anantanubandhi. That is, the negative karma sticks to our soul for countless years, forming a chain reaction. This leads to a vicious cycle of negativity amongst the involved individuals. This long-playing kashaya blocks the achievement of the great attribute of samkit or samyak darshan or right belief, thereby hindering one's journey towards moksha. The soul and its vision to view the right path of liberation is hindered. This time limit of 360 days is clearly mentioned in our scriptures. In one instance, Yug Pradhan Pujya Acharya Kalik Suriji, on request by King Shatavahan, changed the date of Samvatsari. However, he preponed Samvatsari Mahaparva from Bhadarva Sud Pacham, or the 5th day of the waxing cycle of a month, Bhadarva month, to Bhadarva Sud Chot, the previous day. He did not postpone it, not even by a day, just so that the annual Atthaidhar Kshamapna would not extend beyond 360 days. It is also important to note that the number 360 indicates tithis and not the literal number of English calendar days. We are almost near to the end of the festival of forgiveness. There is no better time than now to forgive every soul around us and ask for forgiveness from every soul. Kalpasutra states that one who forgives is achiever and rest are non-achievers. A teacher once told each of her students to bring a clear plastic bag and a sack of apples to school. For every person they refused to forgive in their life's experiences, they had to choose an apple, write the name of the person and date on it, and put it back in the plastic bag. Some of their bags became quite heavy within a few days. Then they were asked to carry this bag with them everywhere for 1 week. They had to put it beside their bed at night, on the seat next to them in the car, next to their desk at school. They even had to take it with them to their friends' houses. The hassle of lugging the sack everywhere with them made it clear what weight they were carrying. They had to pay attention to it all the time and not forget it by leaving it in embarrassing places. Naturally, within a couple of weeks, the apples became rotten and it turned into a nasty, smelly slime. This in turn made them unpleasant company. It did not take long for each of the students to figure out that getting rid of the apples was much more important than carrying them around. This is a great metaphor for the price we pay for keeping our anger and pain within ourselves. So, how to give or seek forgiveness? A polite message or occasionally forwarded messages sent off to your contact list is just a formality and comes nowhere close to the heartfelt sincerity required for true kshamapna. You must ask yourself if those messages really relieve you from antagonistic feelings. Do you feel zero negativity for those people who may have caused you harm after reading a forwarded message from them? The answers to true kshama is within one's own self to determine. You yourself can judge whether you have observed the dharma of kshamapna or not. Although kshamapna means forgiveness, ksham also means to reduce or to bring in equanimity. When asking for forgiveness, we are not just saying sorry for what we did in the past. We are also making a promise to not make the same mistakes in the future. More than that, we are instructing ourselves to reduce our kashais, the main culprits behind our mistakes. It also requires humility to ask for forgiveness so it indirectly helps subside our ego and self-righteousness. To learn more about the act of forgiveness, scriptures give examples of King Chandrapradyot and Udayan, as well as Sadhviji, Bhrugavatiji, and Chandan Balaji. Do read about them when you get a chance. Tomorrow is the last day of Paryushan called Samvatsari. This is the day of forgive and forget. It is a day to dissolve our passions and aversions. On the first day, I had requested you to prepare a list of deeds that you may have performed in the past and for which you would like to seek forgiveness. If you haven't started yet, please prepare one today. Tomorrow, reach out to all you have on your list and ask for sincere forgiveness and lighten up your soul from the burden of pap karmas. Life is short, years are flying. Truly, we hardly have any time to correct our mistakes. The past can never be relived, and the future is always uncertain. The only gift we have is the present, the moment right now. This is the moment to take the opportunity to release our soul from the constant life-death cycle and the never-ending sorrow which comes along with it. The efforts put in today have the intensity to benefit us not only in this life cycle but also in the lives to come. Thank you and Jai Jinendra. If I may have said anything against that Thamkarsvani or Agna, knowingly or unknowingly, I ask for forgiveness. Michhami Dukadam.